Whew. Long day today. What's on TV? Let's see. Halloween is on TV. I could watch that, but yeah, we'll watch that. What? Who is messaging me? Alright, let's see who's messaging me. You want to start filming for the Halloween episode of our podcast? I have a couple cool ideas I'd like to try out if you're interested. It's like James messaged me too. You want to film for the Halloween special for the podcast? It's been 1 year since. Really? It's been 1 year now? Has it really been 1 year since the last Halloween special? Let me... Oh wow, I guess it has been a year now. Well, I guess I might as well go head over to the studio and go film the Halloween special for this year. It's probably going to be our final one, so I might as well go.
Hey guys, so I am Ray. I'm in the studio now. You guys ready to film this episode?
Yeah, took you a while.
Oh, I know. You guys were messaging me earlier. I was like, I gotta, get over to the studio. But what's up, guys? Welcome to the third and probably final Halloween special. It's been a year, but I'm Braymore,
I'm Wolf Ninja.
And I'm Johnny Guitar.
and this is the Halloween special part 3 thingy.
Oh, you fuckers done yet?
Alright, for our first topic, we're going to talk about something interesting. We all have it. Phobias. Fears. What are we afraid of? Anything. Since you chose this topic, Andrew, how about you start?
Okay.
If you want to also
How
explain like
guy?
some of your family's phobias too. Go on in.
All right. Okay. How good are you guys with height?
Very good.
Pretty good. I used to,
Okay.
not really when I was younger, but I've flown a plane so many times now that I'm pretty much inevitable to heights now. Like I can
I
handle it.
rode the Joker ride. I rode the Joker pendulum ride at Six Flags, and that gets very high. It almost gets to like a 180-degree angle too.
Yeah.
That's how high it goes. It goes a little over 180 actually.
I'm pretty decent. I'm pretty decent with heights, but
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty good with heights.
Sadly,
I
I'm
mean,
still a bit afraid of heights. Like,
dang,
it's
so
not
no
that
Tower of
bad
Terror.
anymore. It's just sometimes I don't know. Like, whenever I go on an elevator, for example, I always get scared. Like, what if it breaks down? What if I start plummeting? You know.
you
And
kind
then
of
when
More
there's like,
correctly, they said to like lay down on the elevator floor
yeah.
to spread
Also,
out the
there's a.
impact.
Also, I don't like being near railing that's like over like a high up place. So like if I'm like on this building, I'm like on the railing, just looking down. I can get a bit scared. It's like, oh man, what if I fall over? You know,
so just
it's a bit
so just like
it's
not.
a bit
Oh, go on.
it could get a bit scary. I have gotten over it a bit since I've been up some buildings. I haven't gone on like an airplane like you have, so I don't have that experience. No,
How are you with
What
roller
do you think
coasters?
about? Yeah, I was about to ask that. Especially those roller coasters, like say the Tower of Terror in Disneyland, or the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride in California.
Like,
I've been to
how are you
those
with
things
roller
at
How
least
would
coasters?
you do with
once or
those ones?
twice.
Say
Usually,
it.
if I ever do those, I always have my eyes closed. I would
Ah,
never keep them open to look at it.
Oh, so
that's
have you
fair.
ever been on a roller coaster before?
Yeah, I've been on roller coasters before.
I'm guessing you weren't a fan.
I enjoy it. I just I don't know. It's something that's hard to get into, but once you do it, it's a bit easier to do it again and again.
That's fair.
Cause yeah,
That's kind of just how it is with height, you know. First time it can be kind of scary, but once you do it again and again, it's like okay, this is actually safe. So
That's
like,
fair.
I'm sure the same as like if I were to like fly in a plane, for example, where the first time it'll be kind of scary, wondering if it will like break down and will crash to the ground.
not some
But
Final
once you do it
Destination.
multiple times, you can start to trust it, and you don't have to really be all that afraid.
See, like I've flown a plane so many times now that it's just,
I've only
normal.
flown a plane like I would say 3 times, but that was whenever I was like
Really young.
kindergarten, pre-K.
Yeah,
So
Mm.
I was fine. I was fine with planes.
yeah, see,
I was never really scared of heights.
see, when I first started flying planes like 8 years ago, yearly, like, I didn't like it at first, but when you do it so many times, like I do, like every year, it's like, okay, this is, kind of just a normal thing. But I can
Yeah,
understand,
it just takes a lot.
yeah, but I can understand the fear.
Yeah,
Is there any other
Yeah, I'm
fears?
guessing for you, it becomes more like just driving a car.
Basically, it's basically just driving a car, just in the air. That's the only difference.
yeah.
Actually, sometimes I actually think flying a plane is actually relaxing sometimes, actually. Just seeing
Mm.
like the clouds, actually, especially in the nighttime when you see like, the city lights and all that. I actually find it relaxing,
I can see that being very relaxing.
but I can understand if people find it, creepy.
Yeah,
Not creepy, scary.
I just I just think I probably would like it eventually if I ever were to get used to flying. But since I don't think I've ever really been on a plane before, I don't think it'll be something I have to ease into first.
Yeah. But besides heights, what else do you want to share? It doesn't just have to be you. It could be people in your family as well, or just anyone you know.
Well, I guess there is like a common fight that I have with like my mom and myself is that hey, I don't like bugs, man. Especially if I have to touch them.
What, cockroaches, for example?
Yeah, especially cockroaches. Like there's some bugs that are just whatever, like a moth. Moths are kind of nice, but
I get
cockroaches are just
cockroaches because
ugh.
cockroaches are they're kind of gross. Yeah.
It's more like
They
they're
gotta
a
be one of the
pain.
grossest looking bugs. Even if they're like, that's the thing though. It's like they're one of the safer bugs, but they're all so nasty looking.
See,
Like
I was
ugh,
gonna bring this up. They're saying an insect, but you know something I absolutely can't stand?
snakes.
Rats and mice, like rats and mice. They're
Ooh,
just
rats is
so
nice.
gross. I've had
Really?
mice in my house. They're just so gross because you don't know where they've been. They're like cockroaches. Like you don't know where they've been. They're just
I can get that. Not even mice though.
not even mice. They're gross too. You don't know where a mouse has been either.
I mean, yeah, I guess fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really get afraid with them much because I think they could kind of look cute. Rock cockroaches don't look even like nearly as good as like a mice or a
See
rat.
Okay, okay,
Those are
okay.
just
Here's the
totally
thing.
ugly.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about roaches. The only roaches that I don't like are the big ones that have like a white head. Small
Ugh.
ones, oh, those ones are chill. To be honest, I'm fine with like the very small ones, the garden ones. Like even though they're a menace sometimes because they run around, I'm fine with it. It's
I
only
see.
it's only very few cockroaches, and even then, I've had my fair share of killing them too. So I do understand the fear.
I
Just
mean, I can. There was a point where I couldn't even go near them without being freaked out, but I can go and kill them pretty easily now, I think.
yeah. I also don't like and see the thing you kind of notice a trend with me like how I don't like rats and mice, you know, because those kind of carry diseases and all that.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I don't fuck with bats either. I think bats are creepy and just
Ooh.
weird. I don't like them because I think like
Dang, really?
they carry diseases too. And see, when I was younger, we had bats in our attic. So when I'd be sleeping, I could hear bats going squeak, squeak, and I thought it was the creepiest shit as a kid. I was like, no, I don't mess with that.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Man, I'm surprised Dracula wasn't there.
No, I don't like bats. And
Bro's gonna try to suck your blood, man. I can't believe
I would have
Dracula's
became
a pedophile.
I would have became Morbius that night.
Oh,
No!
don't say that.
Oh, no. No, that would have been horrible.
It's Morbin
Ugh.
time. Anyway, dead meme.
It's Braylon time.
A dead meme. But no, I don't like bats either. Actually, I know a lot of people that don't like bats. Moist Critical. I know he's not a bat guy either. Yeah.
I can like them from afar. Bats are kind of like snakes with me, where from afar they're kind of cool and you can even be cute, but I don't know if I'll feel safe touching them.
Yeah, and especially when bats dangle, I don't know, I find that creepy as fuck when they dangle from the ceiling. I
It's
don't,
just chilling when they do that. I don't know.
yeah,
These
I don't like them because you
sleepy.
don't know like when they're just gonna automatically open their eyes and start going, and you know.
It's like, ooh, I'm going to suck your blood, Braylon. Get over here.
Um,
Very few
no, I
bats
don't like them
technically.
because they carry
But, you know.
diseases. So no. Same with snakes. Fuck snakes. I hate those little things.
Ooh.
Okay, Indiana Jones. We know.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I see.
No, I don't hate him as much as my dad. My dad was in the military and he had to deal with snakes all the time. He genuinely like can't even look at like a snake in a movie. My dad can't watch Indiana Jones because he
I mean,
just,
my mom's the
That's
same way. My
crazy.
mom hates snakes.
I said. But what about
Mm,
you, James? What's some stuff that you don't mess with?
Hmm. As of right now, not really anything, to be honest. I don't really have much. Now, we're talking about, like, whenever I was young. Oh, it was the dark.
I get that.
That was the dark back then. Like, I didn't stop being afraid of the dark until I would probably say, like, middle school, if not junior high.
I can
That's how
understand
long
that.
it was for me to be afraid of the dark.
I guess we could also I guess we could talk about like childhood ones. You know which one I didn't like when I was younger?
What?
Just dead silence. I don't know. As a kid, I always found the dead silence to be creepy. Like I had to have something on in the back, because if it was just dead
Mm,
silence, I was like, I can't do this.
Honestly, I was
Seems
fine
almost
with the dead
unnatural.
silence.
Yeah,
I actually did like the dead silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
bruh.
Come to talk
What
with you
about
again.
But you know, obviously, when I get older, it's like, no, I actually go with dead silence a lot now, which is funny. But what about you, Andrew, as a kid?
Um, hmm. Well, I kind of was like James in that I was kind of afraid of the dark, where
The
I
only
would just
reason I was afraid of the dark was because I was like always thinking that there was something watching me, which was the only reason why I got scared of the dark.
The
I
dark
think that's how it is for most people. Is like it's not even the darkness itself, but like what if something's hiding?
Yeah. Especially if it's like a darkness where, like, you know, like how sometimes when it's dark, you might see like your window or something, you know, with light and or something. But
Yeah.
what if a room that doesn't even have a window? Like, that was kind of some creepy stuff.
Honestly, that does remind me another thing I can kind of get creeped out is I used to get kind of scared having the window all like having the curtains open at night for the window. It's like what if somebody's watching me through the window and they're just watching me sleeping or something?
I get that.
Always was
I
creeped
kind
out
of
by
had that
that.
as a kid too.
Hmm.
Got to keep the curtains closed,
Another
make sure
thing,
nobody's peeking.
And this is kind of a good example of something I didn't like as a kid, but as I got older, I actually found it relaxing. You know what that was?
What?
Thunder. I was not a Thunder guy when I was super, super young. Like,
Really?
yeah, I
Oh
did.
my gosh, I had a classmate in second grade. I remember it was like stormy at school. It was stormy at school, and the school I went to, which was Magnolia, it has like a little outside area with a few classrooms.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sure.
yeah, I remember what happened there was it was raining very hard, and whenever like the thunder was loud, I remember our classmate would scream, and we all had to like comfort her.
Yeah, see, when I was like in kindergarten and first grade, I didn't like it either because, it would just get loud and stuff. It's like I didn't like it. But obviously, as I got older, like I would say by like maybe fourth grade or something, I said, you know what, thunderstorms are actually kind of relaxing, when it's just, peaceful and, all you hear is just pew, pew. I don't know. I personally find it relaxing. I still find it relaxing to this day. But when I was obviously super young, yeah, I wasn't a big fan. But I get where that second grader was coming from.
Oh yeah, I
Honestly, I
was
never was
never
afraid
afraid
of
of
thunder.
thunder. I
Yeah,
never was
see,
really.
I don't know
Honestly,
if I can agree
the
with you
only
that it's
thing,
relaxing,
the
but
only
I
thing
find
I
rain
was afraid
relaxing,
of.
but not thunder.
Oh yeah, that is true.
I don't know.
That is
I don't
true.
know. I
I'm
find
surprised.
thunderstorms relaxing now. I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
weird.
it depends on like how close the thunder is. Cause at some points it kind of gets annoying. It's
Oh
like hearing
yeah,
a big boom. It also sucks when you have dogs and they start getting scared because of it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I think we all can agree on that.
yeah.
Dogs are just like barking at it, trying to have a loud, like a contest to see who's louder. They're like, you know,
Our
they
dogs
start
get
barking.
scared, man. They start having to like we have to calm them down, stop them from
No,
shaking and
no,
stuff.
no. My dogs bark. My dogs bark the first time, but whenever the lightning is like loud, they get scared a bit. Except for our older dog Oreo, who actually just continues barking.
Yeah.
He gets startled, but he still barks at it.
He still bikes. Yeah.
There's no fear in him.
See, my
He's
dogs are like that. My
invincible.
dogs are more like that with fireworks, like during the 4th of July. They hate that.
Mm.
They hate fireworks.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm sure your dogs hate fireworks too. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of.
yeah. I feel like they get more scared from thunder. I don't know. Fireworks. I mean, as long as like they're in the house and we're far enough away for them to not get too bothered by it, it should be good. But
I did have
I
a
feel like thunder is like more of an issue when it comes to
yeah.
us.
I used to have a dog growing up. He was an older dog. So, obviously, he's not alive anymore. But I had an older dog, during like my teen years. I think he was like
Uh huh.
around 12 at this time, but he would have got scared from thunder because he was an old dog, so he got scared by a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
He got scared by a thunderstorm in a video game one time because he thought it was real. And okay, I want you guys to guess what game it was.
What?
What's
uh,
it's one of my favorites.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, so the part in Luigi's
Wow.
Mansion when Egad is like, "All right, Luigi, you're going to the mansion. Be careful." You know, like how when it shows that little shot of the mansion, there's like thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when it goes, my dog one time went
Ah.
bark bark, and he started shaking. It's like, no, it's just a game. It's not real. Yeah.
That sounds kind of funny, honestly.
No, I thought he was an old dog, so I mean, he didn't really know, but
When I was getting the Vietnam flashbacks.
yeah, I missed
Bro.
that.
Oh my
I missed
gosh.
that dog. Yeah, but that was funny. But I guess while we're talking about that fears, what's some scary like film like monsters, right?
Yeah.
What's
Mon.
some monsters you were
Like,
kind of creeped out by as a kid, or just like horror, like cliches that you were creeped out as a kid?
I mean, I always think like zombies were one of the monsters I was most afraid of as a kid.
Honestly, I
Hmm.
I did too. It was zombies and mummies, and you know what caused me my fear of zombies?
What?
It was a certain TV show.
I think I share the same reason too. The
Is it
Walking Dead
The
was.
Walking? See, my mom was
Their zombies are like
okay. Well,
all kinds of creepy.
see, Walking Dead, I remember when Walking Dead came out, it was like 2010, 2011. My mom was, really into The Walking Dead when she first watched it. And
Same
I
as
remember
mine.
I came in her room one time late at night, and she was watching The Walking Dead, and this a scene I saw, and I'm like, yeah, this is scary. So I went back to my room, and I think I had nightmares for a couple months. This is like second grade. I felt like The Walking Dead
Mm.
was scary. Like zombies were like the scariest shit. Yeah.
Like even like more sometimes even like cartoon zombies can be kind of scary too.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it before together once about the Gravity Fall, about that zombie episode.
Oh, that episode
That
was
one was pretty creepy
creepy.
too.
I wasn't a vampire guy either, too, as a kid. I
I
wasn't.
I used to have this one nightmare of a vampire like being in my house, and that scared me for quite a bit. It'll be one of those most memorable nightmares I've ever
Well,
had.
it's not because like the actual like idea of vampires scares me. You know what the actual, the thing that mainly scared me about vampires were?
What?
This kind of did about zombies as well. But you know, like how in a lot of like zombie and vampire media, like if a zombie or vampire bites you, you become one.
Yeah,
That was the thing that scared the shit out of me. Was like, okay, I'm gonna turn into something I don't want to be. That was the thing that scared me. It's like I don't want to turn
yeah,
into a vampire or a zombie. Like
yeah. That's definitely like
if the zombie or vampire kills me, I mean, yeah, that's not gonna be great either. But I think I'd rather be killed than be taken over. Yeah.
I wonder, are
You
werewolves
did
like
like
that
The
for you
Last
too?
of
Then
Us.
Werewolves were not too bad because I found werewolves to be kind of goofy, honestly, when I was younger. I thought they were kind of goofy, but
I think I found werewolves to be kind of cool, but I never took them seriously as like something spooky or
yeah, I
scary.
don't know. I didn't find them creepy like a zombie. Well, I think zombies also too, because zombies are just like reanimated people. So I think that was another one.
Yeah, like, especially when you get like the really gory ones where they have like their holes, like their stomach open, or there's like skin peeling off. Like
Yeah.
those types are like horrific looking.
Yeah, I was even, a zombie thing I was even creeped out by. I absolutely adore this. I still watch it like every Halloween. Is Michael Jackson's Thriller with the zombies and all
Yeah,
that. I
Oh,
thought that
that
was
one.
creepy when I was like a young kid. I was like,
Um,
oh my gosh, what the?
really?
Yeah, but yeah, I
I
did
guess I can
because
get it. Yeah,
just zombies in general. Because I would see The Walking Dead, just anything zombie. I was like, nope, nope, nope. But
Mm,
yeah, but
I watched my sister play The Walking Dead, so I wasn't really scared of zombies.
what fictional
I've
monster?
also seen my sister play Amnesia. Actually, more like play Amnesia and watch it, so I was really desensitized to being scared, except for the dark.
Alright, James, any fictional monsters you weren't really a fan of when you were younger?
When I wasn't a fan of, hmm,
Like werewolves,
let's
mummies, zombies, vampires.
honestly, oh, that's difficult.
But
Oh, that's actually
you
difficult.
know what though? You know what kind of helped me with my fear though of vampires and zombies and all that?
what?
It was a certain animated movie I saw in theaters back in 2012.
2012.
What's it called?
Hotel Transylvania.
Yes, yes, that movie actually kind of helped me out.
Wow,
Like
I see. I
actually
mean, I get it.
after I saw Hotel Transylvania like second grade, I actually started to think, you know what, vampires are kind of cool. I'm not even joking.
Vampires are pretty neat.
I thought they were kind of cool.
Bro, you about to watch Twilight now?
Even like the
Oh
zombie,
no.
like what? I think Hotel Transylvania. I'm funny. I think they make fun of Twilight in that movie, which I haven't seen that movie in years since I was a kid, but I have
Me
to watch it
neither.
again. But no, I think there was zombies in those movies too. Weren't they like the butlers or something?
I think
I think
so,
so.
I saw it in 2012. It's been a long time. I need to watch it again.
but
Yeah.
But that movie actually did
I,
help me out.
hmm, yeah, it's difficult for me to think of it. I was never really that scared of zombies. I wasn't really that scared of vampires either, nor mummies. I watched I've watched werewolf before. I've seen a werewolf before in like movie. Honestly, I didn't really have much fear of fictional monsters.
It was just the
Now, if
dark.
we're
what
talking
about?
if we're talking about real life, homeless people, especially if you're exploring a place, because if you're exploring a building that's been like abandoned, or you're exploring like an area that's like has no life in it, and you find a homeless man,
That's
you better
that. You know
get
what?
out of
That
there.
is
That's
creep.
the only thing. That's
I
the
can
only thing that scares me in media.
That is
In real
actually
life.
pretty creepy. Cause like, why
I
would
can
just a
get that.
random
Yeah.
guy be there? Yeah.
Like what my favorite YouTuber says, real people are more scarier than fictional.
Yeah.
Than
Because
fiction.
they're real.
All right, but
They could
okay.
actually hurt you.
I want to talk about something that so many people have a fear of, but honestly, when I was a kid, I found them stupid as shit. You know what that was?
What?
Spiders.
Clowns. I never
Clowns.
Clowns.
understood. I think clowns were just a joke. Honestly, I never found them
Clowns are
scary.
s- clowns are funny, to be honest.
Honestly, they're funny. They're dumb.
I don't
Andrew,
even find
They're
like
so
characters
goofy
like
the way they
Pennywise all
look.
that scary.
no,
The
dude.
way they look is so goofy.
I mean,
Like what?
There's a reason why the new It movie they made it more of a comedy. Cause clowns, I don't know. I don't think they're that scary.
You really
I
can't
don't
make a
think.
clown that scary. Like remember the clown from A Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
The clown with
Yeah,
the halfway face, here in a flash and gone without a trace,
And you
or
remember the
however it
clown
went.
sightings back in 2016?
Yeah.
Honestly, when I watched those, I laughed my ass off. I think they're hilarious.
I honestly wanted
those
to
were just.
encounter a clown. I actually wanted to like find
Yeah,
one
I thought they
while I
were
was
funny. Andrew,
walking.
what were you gonna say about those were just what?
Those were just interesting. Like
Yeah.
I never took it as like something serious. It was like, oh, there's people dressed as
Like,
clowns
It's
everywhere.
meant to be a
how can you
joke.
take it serious when there's literally a video of a clown in Houston? He's on the highway. He has a broom, just a broom. How do you take that seriously? A clown running on
Oh
the
no, a
street with a
broom!
broom. He's got a broom.
He's
He's
got a
got a
broom!
broom.
Get him!
He's got a broom. Run, run, scram!
I'll have to show the footage like while editing it. I'll put the footage up there, but it's so dumb.
Oh shit! He's running after us! Hit it! Hit that bitch! Hit that! Oh shit! Oh! Oh my god! He's on the phone! Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh!
But yeah, that you guys want to say anything else on um
Earlier we talked about animals, like bugs and stuff like that. Is there any other animals that you're afraid of?
honestly that's I can't really think of any others honestly.
Mm. I've
Um,
never really been scared. I've never
I'd
really been scared of a
say,
lot of things, and I don't know why. Like
uh,
I hear you guys having all these fears, and I'm like, I don't think I ever had any of those.
you're just
Like I
indifferent.
said, even now, I don't really have much to like fears. Like the dark, I actually do like it whenever it's dark.
Yeah.
I also, I really can't think of anything. So difficult. Like I could probably go out on a limb and say like people, but that's it. And only because people are dangerous, and that's it. And even then, that's like not even much. Now, on the other hand, my mom is claustrophobic. She cannot stand
Mm,
sitting in the
My
back.
mother is actually too. Yeah.
Like
I kind of share that, to be honest.
my mom can only be in the passenger seat of our car. No matter what car it is, it's always the passenger seat because of her claustrophobia.
That's a
Really?
lot.
What's
That's
it?
how bad it is.
What makes
That's how bad it is.
is the
And I don't
is the
want to
wheel
go.
too much,
I
taking
don't
way
want
too
to
much
go
space for her?
into detail. I don't want to go into detail, but to shorten it, to summarize it, basically, whenever my mom was little, her and her parents, her family, they're in a car back in the Philippines. The car flips over, and
Oh,
basically they almost die. It feels like from how they explained it,
yeah.
which is why she has that.
Yeah, which I get that. See, my mom
That's
is also
understandable.
claustrophobic. Claustrophobic, I get it though. When you're in a small space, one fear I really have, and it's something I hope never happens to me,
What?
What?
being stuck in an elevator. Can you imagine that? That's got to be the
Yeah.
scariest shit a person could deal. Or like stuck in a
It,
car.
I mean, just like losing control of like your body in space. Not because like you can't move it like with your will, but because everything is so close together with you that you just can't move without like hurting yourself or something.
Yeah.
That's why something like I don't know if I'll ever be able to like be one of those people like explores caves and stuff like that. That will always be something that I don't know if I ever want to mess with.
honestly, I wouldn't mind being an explorer. But of course, honestly, I would probably take my sister with me because me and my sister, we both love things that are scary, to be honest. So if I told her I was like gonna explore like this haunted area, I would ask her if she would join me, and sure, there'll probably be a few times where she'll say no, but like for the most part, she most likely would go because it's interesting, exploring.
Yeah.
I guess one final fear that I have that I'll say is actually a bit newer that I still have is kind of I guess the fear of hospitals and like medicine and diseases and stuff like that.
Really?
Mm.
I feel like ever since junior high,
Mm.
when we were reading this one book. I forgot what it was called, but it was about the Ebola outbreak in Africa
Oh, in
and
Africa? Yeah,
how, and they
2014.
were going like very disgusting detail of like what was happening, like how it was spreading to their body and how their body was slowly dying because of that, and how blood was just being everywhere, and how since people didn't even know what Ebola was back then, well, the whole thing started spreading even to like doctors who tried to help the guy, like patient zero. And
Okay.
it almost seemed as if it was like some zombie like virus, except they didn't turn to zombies or anything. It was like some pandemic you only see in a movie, but
That
no,
was
this was
actually a big.
real, and
That was a
I was
big.
terrified.
That was a big meme. People kept calling it the zombie virus. People kept making jokes that like,
Nah,
oh,
nah,
Yeah.
nah. The only
it
meme
turned
I
zombie.
remember from it was Ebola Chan, and that was because it kept on going everywhere.
No, I remember.
Besides, of course, those
People
memes.
are
Angry
down bad.
Grandpa. I remember his son did a Walking Dead zombie Ebola a prank on him, and it was so fun. I might have to show it you. I'll put a link in the description. And to get back at him, Angry Grandpa actually said I had Ebola, and then he had the scene where he farted out blood. It's the funniest. But yeah, no, I get hospitals though. They can be unsettling. I've been to hospitals before.
Yeah. That's also like another thing is I'm very afraid of like surgery and stuff, like having my body open and just
Oh yeah, that's
even if
creepy
I
too.
know like it's doing for my own good, just knowing that my body's being ripped open so they can like mess with it and stuff like that is just oh,
Yeah.
it scares me. I was a bit uncomfortable when I took my dog to the vet to check them up because of that.
Wow.
So having them
It's
like
creepy.
even just like needles, for example, makes me uncomfortable. The
But
whole setting. I can't even like. It's also just another thing about like the more about disease and stuff. Like I can't even listen to like them describe parts of the body without me being just disgusted. Like how
I get that.
diseases work and like how surgery is and all that. It's just ugh.
Uh,
See that? I
but
honestly see that. That is like
yeah,
a valid one.
it is valid. It's just
It's
also
more
the
of a modern thing that
the
I've gotten.
hospital smell. I don't know. It's also kind of just ugh.
Mm.
Just a
Yeah, that's
bunch of
another
sick.
thing.
Just
Scary
a
thing about
bunch of sick.
hospitals is like you get so many sick people there every day. Get kind of creepy there.
Yeah. Needles. I'm
Mm.
not. I kind of grew out of needles when I was like out of elementary school. I kind of grew out of needles, but I can understand if people don't like them.
Oh,
I grew
never
out
been
of it a
scared of
bit, but then
needles.
I kind of have the fear coming back.
I get that.
Like there was a point where I wasn't as scared, but now I'm kind of more scared. than before. You know.
See, I think it. You know, like how with planes I do it so much that it's kind of just inevitable.
Yeah.
I think with needles it's the same way because I get my blood drawn every single month, so it's like okay, this is just kind of like a normal thing in my
Really?
life. Yeah.
Huh. I don't think I knew that or remember
It's just
if you
because of the
told me that.
It's just because of acne medication I'm taking. They're just taking my blood
Oh,
every
I.
month just to make sure the medication's actually
When
working.
did you start it? Was it
Uh,
like a year or two ago?
August. Yeah.
Oh, so it was like last month
Yeah, like last month.
or
That's why
the
my
month
acne.
before last
That's
month.
why if you see me now, my acne is like completely just gone.
I see. Okay, I get it now.
See, you haven't seen me in like since June, so yeah.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense. Now.
But yeah, no, that's just another common thing. But hospitals, yeah, I can still be unsettled by it. When I get older though too, that also might change though if I, go to hospitals more. But yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I've never really been scared because I've been to like hospitals many times for like other things. Not like for me, on me. It's more like family that I've been
I see.
there many times.
But
Yeah.
Now
um
the
I've
only
rarely
thing
been
that
through
kinda
hospitals before.
now the only thing I could see myself getting nervous about is probably rehab.
yeah.
Like the like
Mm.
how like one of those ones, you know?
Yeah.
Like those types of houses where like actually no, honestly a psych ward is scary.
Psych wards
Makes
are
me
I mean they
it's the
are. I
only
mean
thing that makes me
can you
nervous,
imagine a
but
psych
that's
ward with
all.
just a bunch of like mentally ill people? It's creepy.
That's
But
yeah.
yeah,
No.
the only thing that makes me nervous concerning like Medicare and all that.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that kind of like makes me nervous. Other than that, nothing. Everything else is fine.
But do you
Well,
guys have any other ones to say, or do you guys want to move on to the second topic?
I think I'm good. We talked
Honestly,
enough
I'm
about our
good. 'Cause
fears.
All right.
like I said, I have very little phobias. Like,
Okay, Mr.
I'm
Tough.
like
Okay,
at this
Mr.
point
Tough Guy. I'm just
desensitized.
playing.
I'm
Yeah.
like so desensitized from like from like most things that like it doesn't really scare me. The most it could do
Doesn't
is
phase
make
you
me
anymore.
queasy. The only thing it could do is make me queasy, and that's it.
I get
For a second,
Like that's the worst that could happen.
when you said queasy, I thought you said something else. Anyway.
Shut
that.
no.
Oh.
Oh my
Shut
god.
up.
Be glad we're recording it. I would have
Okay.
kicked you out like I would
Okay.
have kicked you
Moving
out
on to
there.
the next topic.
Uh-uh.
All right. For our second topic, we're gonna be talking about horror games, just horror games in general. But to start it off, there's a certain horror game I want to talk about. Five Nights at
Five Nights at
Freddy's.
Freddy.
So, what's our connection, guys, with Five Nights at Freddy's? When did you guys start playing or getting into Five Nights at Freddy's? For me, it was 2015. Five Nights at Freddy's
Oh.
4.
For me, honestly, I've been there since I would probably say day one, honestly, whenever
Since
like it was officially released, which was like what, 2013 I think it was?
14. Yep, that was the first game.
2014, yeah.
Yep. Nope, I've been.
I was aware of the game.
I've known about it since then because my classmates in fourth grade would talk about it. Not only that, but I did kind of look
y-
for it myself
For
to
me,
see.
it was a YouTube. It was a YouTube. My older brother told me about this certain YouTuber. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He might be unknown. He's called Markiplier.
Oh, wait, but everyone knows Markiplier. We're about to do another
Yeah,
Five
he's
Nights at
called
Freddy's video.
Markiplier because of
Hello,
him. Yeah.
hello, everybody.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mark,
Five Nights at
welcome.
Freddy's 4
Five
ever
Nights at
since.
Freddy's.
Yep.
Yeah,
You guys have been asking me to play this game.
I got into Five Nights at Freddy's. I think I was aware of it since I think the third game, but I didn't get into it until Sister Location was like just being released.
And when was
That's when I started to get really into it all.
And let me look when Sisto location dropped.
But
I think that was like
like
2016 or 15.
yeah, I think it was.
Sisto location was 2016.
Yeah, that was
So
that was when I
2016
started
is when you
really
got
deep
into it?
diving into it.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I was so wow. That's actually kind of cool. I was 2014. You're 2015, Braylon, and Andrew was 2016.
Yep, no. FNAF 4. Yep. And Sister
But
Location, that's
yeah,
kind of crazy too, because isn't Sister Location like the sixth game? In this, I mean, not sixth game, fifth game.
No,
fifth. It's a
Yeah,
yeah,
fifth.
fifth game, and then the Pizzeria Simulator system.
yeah.
That was
No,
what
pretty
a
good.
final.
I've
So,
never been Pizzeria Simulator.
it's good. Actually, speaking of it being good, what is your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game for all of you guys? Both story and
Mm.
gameplay
Mm,
wise.
honestly, I think Pizza Sim could be a favorite of mine.
I might be a
I
It's
think there's
basic.
the
enough variety and like gameplay. I think I don't think it's the scariest one, but I think it has enough good atmosphere for me to get spooked well enough in like those in the night sections.
Honestly,
And I just think it's like has a very satisfying ending for
it
like the
does.
series as a whole.
Honestly, I might have to go with game two, honestly. I think game two is just like the perfect continuation of the first game.
That's a common thought. I think a lot of people like Five Nights at Freddy's 2 the most.
And
uh,
here's the thing, even though I love the story of the third game, gameplay wise, it's probably the worst one.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
it's
but
one
most
of the
people would agree with
easiest
that.
ones.
that's
It's
why
one.
I don't like it. It's just so easy. Like, I could beat that FNAF 3 in a day, but the story is just so good with the, amusement park and all that. It's a great story. It's just that it's so easy to beat.
You mean to save the mini games?
Yeah.
Honestly, what do you think? Which game do you think has the best atmosphere? I think that has to go to the original.
The first game.
Like the
Definitely the
feeling.
first game.
For
There's
me, it's a
something.
tie. It's a tie between Sister Location and the first game.
Yeah.
You know what?
Sister
I
Location
completely
was
agree with
really
that.
good
Also, I
too.
think
Sister
Sister
Location
Location has a
literally
lot of
has
great
you.
atmosphere.
It has you going underground. Basically, you're underground. You're in. You have to go through many different parts. Yeah, I would. But FNAF one only because of nostalgia wise. I would
Yeah.
choose it over Sister Location
I
for
think FNAF
nostalgia.
1 and Sister Location do have the best sort of atmosphere. Like, they're very unsettling. Like, for FNAF 1, especially since it's the original and because that it's the first to, like, do it, is like, I think the animatronic designs is maybe the best in the whole series. Like, you
Oh,
can't beat the original design.
FNAF 1 has the best designs, period. 2,
Like, there's
I
something
do like
so.
2, but I think the first game is just, it's iconic. It's like
Yeah.
everyone knows.
The
Even,
first one.
The only downside to FNAF 2 was Toy Chica. People.
oh, oh, a certain man named I Show Speed, something happened recently. You
We don't
saw
need to
that.
talk about that right
You don't need to
now.
talk
We
about
don't
I
need to
Show
talk
Me.
about that. Like what? We don't need to
We
talk
don't need
about
to
that.
talk
What?
about.
Huh? We don't. Just like we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't,
Okay,
7,
where was I? Oh yeah, I
7,
think what makes the first game's animatronic designs probably one of the best is just how real it looks, and also just how creepy it still looks too.
yeah.
Like
Well,
I think it's a perfect balance between looking real and looking unsettling.
exactly. And also, like how the entire idea of Five Nights at Freddy's was because it's a satire of Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Yeah,
Those look like Chuck E. I've seen Chuck E. Cheese animatronics in person. They look like Chuck
The
E.
Chuck E.
Cheese.
Cheese animatronics kind of look the same too. Like with
Yeah,
how the feel is. Like if you look at how the texture is for them, like with
yeah.
the fur, yeah, you can
And
tell that it looks like it.
like
that's the
how,
thing about this series.
yep.
Is like, oh, you want to finish?
I was just gonna say, and I'm glad you brought that up, because like how animatronics and puppets, you can tell like where their mouth is, obviously, because they have that little piece where they can talk.
Yeah,
That's what the FNAF animatronics have. They have like that little mouth jaw where they can talk,
yeah,
and it looks like the animatronics. But go on now, Andrew.
yeah. That's the thing about the series in general, though, is like I feel like all the games past two has made their animatronics even just more and more unrealistic. Like the third game has like Springtrap, which is like a literal corpse inside a rotten suit, which while cool, it's more unnerving than it is. It's more just like kind of cool than it is actually kind of spooky or unnerving, like the first game. And then the fourth game had like the animatronics all nightmarish, which again is also cool, but Honestly, the loud noises they make when they jump scare you is more spooky than their actual design.
Yeah.
And then there's the scrap animatronics, the sister location animatronics. I kind of like how their faceplates open as they attack you. I think that's pretty. I think that's a bit spooky, but other than that, the design is very clean and somewhat futuristic,
Hmm.
even though it's
Yeah.
like weirdly placed in that
Sister
timeline.
Location might actually be my favorite iteration in the series now thinking about it. Because I feel like Sister Location is just like, it feels like the first game in a way, honestly, but like better.
It has great atmosphere. The one thing that's holding that game back is like the gameplay and the repetition of it. Like it's very structured, and so like it makes replayability not nearly as good as like some of the other
Like
games.
the first game.
So it has like it just has a great sort of feeling to it, going all the way down in like this basement underground, trying to take care of these animatronics as you do your job, until in the end it gets all just crazy towards the end. That's part of the why. Again, that game was like the thing that got me into the series in the first place. So it always has that special
Yeah.
place in my heart.
And actually, the fourth game, that's actually one I want to talk about. I don't really care for the fourth game, actually. I don't care for it.
I think it's interesting. I like the different way they decided to go with the gameplay. I think that's what's most interesting about it. And I
Yeah.
think it has. I say it has like the third best sort of vibes out of the series. Like if I were to rank it, it would be like the first game, then Sister Location, and then the fourth game just being this child and like trying to hide and scare away any of the nightmares that are haunting you. I think that's
It's a
pretty
cool
cool.
concept. Yeah.
I just like it's also just a bit exaggerated with like
Yeah.
again the nightmare designs being literal nightmare
But
creatures
I don't know.
instead
I
of
think
like
that's some actually
actual animatronic.
that's something I wasn't really a fan of though. I didn't really like how exaggerated. I think it was just a little too, I guess you could say
Yeah,
cheesy.
yeah. I mean they just have so many holes and big sharp teeth. It definitely seems like something a child would make up, which does help the atmosphere, but it doesn't make it all that scary. The
Yeah.
scariest part of that game is like just the actual jump scare and like the loud noise because the whole game's about like having to hear things. So
Yeah.
you have to turn up the volume super loud and you gotta listen very closely. And if you get it wrong, boom, you can like super loud jump scare.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So I
that
think that's
game is not that scary. If anything, the only reason why I would
it's more
scream is
shocking. Would
because
you
I'm
say?
pissed. The only reason I would scream for the fourth game is because, like I said, it's so annoying whenever they jump scare you. You get so far, and then you die.
Yeah, I can.
You just
And so
die.
I scream. Like, I was playing it, okay? I screamed so loud. Like, literally, my whole family was like, what happened? You know? Because I was screaming no
Screaming bloody
very
murder.
loud. I woke up a few people in my house. That's how frustrated I was.
Dang.
Sounds
Made it to
rough.
4 a.m. 4 freaking a.m. in that game! Four. Right now, what I was gonna say before that was, what are your what are your rankings on the games gameplay wise?
I
Like
think
from like the okay gameplay to like very good, you know?
honestly, I think one is the most polished, honestly. I think one is very polished.
I go with six, six, one, and then maybe the fourth game. But I don't know. It's either that or two.
Two is really, to me, I feel like two just feels like a good continuation, like I said, of the first game, gameplay wise.
Yeah, that's the thing about two is it's mostly just more of the same as the first game, except now you have like the puppet and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just think I prefer the first game because of that.
Yeah. And three, we can agree though, three is probably the worst one,
Alright.
gameplay
Yeah,
wise.
I would say Sister Location's the worst, but three's not that much better.
So for mine, honestly, I would probably put like FNAF 3 at the bottom. Then it would be Pizzeria Simulator, Sister
Mhm.
Location, and then which ones? Then I'd probably put 4, then 2, then 1.
Yeah.
Maybe with 4, 2, and 1 being interchangeable.
Yeah, it's just
I
that
can see that.
one is just polished. Like I don't really hate
Actually,
one.
no. The fourth game will always be third place. Second and first place are the ones that will interchange.
Yeah.
I see.
Um.
Yeah, I don't disagree all that much. I don't know. Pizza Simulator being that low though, you weren't interested in like the tycoon part of the game or
Well,
stuff like that.
it's more like because it's also very repetitive. Cause like the
Yeah, I
only
get
thing you
that.
do besides is just order, fix, and do stuff, repeatedly, while also having to like make sure you're not like while making sure the animatronics don't get you. Like it
I
starts
get
to
that.
get boring and monotone for me at
Like
least.
that part of the game, it's not as good as like the originals, which I can understand that. I just like the general, I guess, variety because
That
outside of
one
that, there's
I like the daytime one. I
Yeah.
like the
the
daytime
daytime
one.
portion is cool. I
Honestly,
also like
what's up?
the Easter egg parts of the daytime one are also really cool. Like actually playing the games is
Yeah.
also like another cool aspect of it.
This is something I do want to mention about Pizzeria Simulator, but that'll go more into like when we talk about the stories of each game. But
Yeah,
in general, though, I didn't mind.
we gotta continue. No.
But for story wise, though, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with FNAF 3. I think.
I get that. It does. It's like this. It was the original ending before FNAF 6, so I kind of get that. It has
Yeah.
a really solid ending. You learn more about the purple guy and the puppet and like their sort of rivalry.
You know,
And, like
you know,
having all the kids having their happiest day ever.
yeah, and you know a trend I'm
It's
kind of
very sweet.
noticing.
What?
You know, like how we said 3 and Sister Location had the worst like gameplay.
Yeah.
They kind of have the best stories, though.
Yeah, granted. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like FNAF 3's problem is just the general gameplay is just kind of
Easy.
whatever. And FNAF like sister locations is very like linear. Like there isn't. It's not very replayable. Like it's very scripted. I think is
Yeah.
like the best way
And
to describe it.
but Pizza Simulator now, that story was great too with the
Yeah,
different endings. Like
I
they're goofy endings, but they're interesting. Yeah.
I also like the way they like implemented like Easter eggs and stuff like that, where you have to like break through or beat certain mini games that you actually have to buy through the tycoon on like the day shift. And because of that, I think there's a lot of cool aspects with that too.
Yeah. I think if I had to say the top 3 stories, I think number 1, I'm gonna go FNAF Sister Location. Then I'm gonna go 3. Then I'll go Pizzeria Simulator.
I get that. I see.
For me, I would probably reverse the order in terms of gameplay wise, like I said. Like the ranking I had for gameplay wise, but reverse it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of that's funny how that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like we love FNAF 1, but we can agree it really was just the start of the series. It's like Mario NES, like it's your
Like
typical game, but it's vanilla. Like story-wise, it's
Yeah,
it's just the start. We didn't really know
it
that
laid the
much.
foundations for
Yeah,
things.
we didn't really know that much. It was kind of just the basics. It's an abandoned pizza
Yeah,
place, animatronics with kids inside. It wasn't really until game 2 where, we actually learned
yeah.
more
We didn't
about
even
it.
know about like the purple guy until game two.
Yeah.
Before then, it was just the mysterious murder. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
it, it's
even
important,
story.
but
Oh, go Andrew.
like the first game is important, like fundamental to for the story of the franchise, but it's still only like yeah, not as good as like the other series, which is only possible because of how good of a setup the first game was.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, like I will admit the FNAF one is like the weakest out of all of them. But I would say it's more like it's like the second best one in like terms of like continuity wise.
Oh yeah,
Cause like it's very solid. It's just very little stuff about the lore, which is the reason why it's the weakest one, because it doesn't have much lore to it.
Yeah,
But at the
it's
same
not.
time, it has
It's not very
the
confusing.
charm of like this. It has the charm of not being overly complicated, while also
Yeah,
not being very simple. Cause like it still leaves you asking like, who killed them? What happened to them? You know, like
Yeah.
it was perfect, like
for a
continuity
first
wise.
entry, it was pretty good. Like it set things up wonderful.
Just
I
that
do
the
agree
other
there.
games are better at it than.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the one problem with the series, as it was like as it gets more entries, was like how overcomplicated the story sort of got,
Got
Yeah.
really
especially now with like
overcomplicated.
some of like the
Security
newer
breach.
games. I don't know if we want to talk about those.
Well,
Like,
No,
if
we're
you
not
want to,
talking. I
honestly,
don't think we should
in
talk
my
about
we'll
them.
talk
opinion,
about the main six.
in my opinion, the franchise ended at Game 6. I don't give a
The
shit.
game, it literally did end at Game
Yeah.
6. Because
Security,
literally, the
security,
secret
Yeah,
ending.
yeah, Security Breach can kiss my asshole. Like, we're not talking about Security
yeah.
Breach. Yeah,
There was also Ultimate Custom Night, which was more of like an epilogue.
yeah,
It was just like a fun like send off. I think that was like the ultimate goodbye to like classic Five Nights at Freddy's. I think.
yeah. But when it
Because,
comes,
like, the secret ending for Pizzeria Simulator, like the one where you get Henry's message, that really tied everything up,
it did.
honestly.
That was
It
just
tied up
perfect.
every single thing. But
And
no, they
then
had
they
to
started getting
continue.
weird with the Help Wanted and Security Breach.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
don't talk about
It
those
feels
in
like
here.
there's like three eras of Five Nights at Freddy's. There was the era between the first game and the third game. Then there was the era between the fourth game and Pizzeria Simulator. And now there's an era, like the new era with Help Wanted and Security Breach.
Which I don't even bother with those games. I haven't played them, but I do not plan on playing them.
I'm vaguely interested in, but nah, it's not going to be. They'll never be able to beat the classics.
Yeah,
I'll just appreciate them for being their own thing, but I don't know. I'll consider them almost separate, like in a continuity sort of way, because I even think that's where they kind of want to go with is like at this point them being sort of separate in the continuity.
yeah,
Because I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like uh Help Wanted and Beyond is basically gonna be like if the FNAF universe reset, you know?
yeah.
Like sure,
It's like
Springtrap will always come back like he always
a
says,
soft
but
reboot.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
we
know.
still
I'm just
have.
gonna stay at, the sixth game. I don't really.
I mean, by that point too, is like after. I mean, it was started with Health Wanted, where Scott was like no longer the main person developing the games because before that he pretty much developed every game.
He did.
But
Yeah.
now he has like a now there's like a larger team that's helping him, and I think that's another thing that kind of just makes it different
Because,
than the
it
original.
was no longer an indie series anymore. It's like a full-on budgeted game.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a big budget game, but it's more like it's still a good, decent, medium sized
Yeah.
game now.
But that's why it's just
Mm.
like after six, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm interested anymore. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, eh.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly that's
And
how it
I
was
can
for
get
me.
that.
in Security Breach, it doesn't feel like a Five Nights at Freddy's game, like, at all. It's just,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
really
best to consider it its own separate thing, separate from the
yeah, Help
classic.
Wanted and Beyond.
yeah. VR was cool, though. VR was actually really fun.
VR is a good game, and I think it does some interesting stuff. It's just Security Breach really it kind of messed a lot of what they were setting up with that game. To be honest,
It did.
like
But,
kind of like the idea of like there being this virus of William Afton that's like trying to take you over as you play the game. That's kind of neat, but I don't know. After that, it's just eh. Oh man, don't get me started on those books, man.
Oh,
I,
the
There's
books
more.
I've read every single book except Into the Pizzaplex and Fazbear Frights. That's all.
those
Tales from
books
the
have
You
too
read
Pizzaplex.
the
much.
Those books those books I have not read yet, but the 3 FNAF books, the
The
Fourth
original
Closet,
3.
Silver Eyes, fuck.
There's too much in the
And
books. There's too much. I can't.
I respect the original 3 books, but like at this point, it seems like they kind of turned like the FNAF series into like a mini Goosebumps with like the newer books.
Yeah.
It's like
But
its own Goosebumps
even
series.
though I agree with that, I still feel like it's pretty good. Honestly, those
I think
the
I
3
get
from
short
what I've seen,
I mean,
stories.
these
they're
seem
not.
like decent stories,
I
but
mean, they're not
I
bad
don't know. I
stories.
feel
It's
like it just
just they make too much of them. Yeah.
I
I feel like
guess,
it just
but
makes things more complicated with this series already, with the lore and
honestly,
stuff like that.
I really don't consider them like part of the FNAF timeline.
I
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
they're not.
consider them
I,
part of it. I consider the books a separate
yeah, I
entity.
don't consider them canon.
Yeah, I agree with that too. The problem is like sometimes the books reference the main series and like gives the Easter eggs because the books was when we first heard about William Afton because they came out before Silver Sister Location, and because of that, ever since it seems like the books always maybe hint towards the main games while still not being like official, and because of that, it kind of just makes things so much more complicated than it really should be.
Yeah.
Uh, it, it's just another thing that makes discussing the game story, especially after the sixth game, really unnecessarily, complicated and just confusing and
Yeah.
Like mad respect to Matt Pet for incorporating the books into trying to incorporate the books into the lore, but
yeah.
for
Bro,
me,
that guy has
but me
actually read every
personally,
single book.
He's
he
done
literally
everything
has.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Like he's looked at everything.
Like
Yeah,
Everything.
he's dedicated to it, so I kind of respect him for that.
you gotta respect it
Yeah,
for it at
Yeah.
least. Like, dude's really like trying so hard
Uh,
to like.
he's trying to get that story.
I mean, to be honest, like, yeah, sure, maybe the books can like solve some of the loopholes from the games, but personally, I don't consider them canon,
I don't either.
Yeah,
and a lot of people
they're-
do.
But
So we honestly are not alone on that.
while we're on the
So
topic
yeah.
of Five Nights at
I think that's just a. Oh, what?
No, I was gonna move on to the next different discussion, but go on,
Wait, are
Andrew.
we were recording?
Yes, we're recording.
you've been
Oh,
recording
okay.
this whole time.
Andrew, we're filming a podcast, you dumb.
I know we were filming a podcast. I just didn't know if you
Oh
like put
man.
it back up or something.
Yes, why would
Okay,
we
whatever.
stop? Why
You
would
want to
I
talk about
stop?
other games? You want to talk about the
Braylon.
movie?
Yeah, that's what I say. Yes, James.
Just because of that, I want to play the Freddy soundboard because that's how mine and your reactions were
Yeah,
whenever Andrew
play it.
said. We were both just staring at him like,
Bro.
Andrew, do you
it's
think
so
Andrew, do you think
freaking.
I would just stop recording altogether for the night?
Well, no, I thought you were just like getting things prepared, and
It's
I don't
Halloween.
know.
It's
I was.
Halloween night. It's Halloween night, my homie.
No,
Halloween night,
I thought
yeah.
we were taking a break there for a minute.
Halloween
Okay,
night,
okay.
my G.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the
Come on,
Holy
movie.
night, mate.
fool.
Never
Shut
mind.
up, Andrew. Not you're not on. Okay, you know, never mind. Okay.
Oh, what was it? What were you
Okay.
gonna
Hmm?
say?
Okay. It's something about with table. Okay. Let's talk about the movie. Well, you see, like it. This ain't.
The movie's released, but we haven't gotten to see it yet because of or at the time.
I have Ebola.
Yeah, we haven't been able to schedule a look,
Yeah,
but
I have Ebola,
we're
but
we're still going to see it though. So, what do you think? Like, I don't think we've been spoiled, right? Like, none of us has gotten
no.
spoiled yet.
Oh no.
Okay, so what is your expectations for the movie? What do you think it's going to be?
I don't think it's gonna be great, but I think it's gonna at least be fun, at least.
No,
Do you think
I'm
it's going to
gonna
be?
enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it no matter what. It's gonna be the best movie ever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, screw every other movie. FNAF movie is the way to go.
Yeah. I don't.
FNAF movie forever.
My main fear of when the FNAF movie was being made that it was gonna be like one of those just boring horror films. But if it can at least be like an enjoyable horror film, then that's all I care about. Yeah.
They might
Yeah.
go for like that. They might do that, honestly.
Because I want it to be a horror film that doesn't take itself like too seriously.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a.
besides talking about the story, what about the people? Who do you think is going to be in there besides the people we already know are confirmed?
What, like Corey?
Uh,
Yeah,
I
besides
think
people
Matt. I
like
think
Corey.
Matt Pat will be somewhere. I think he's gonna be.
Oh,
I think it's more
I would
likely to see
love to.
Markiplier
I would love to have
or maybe
Matt
Jocko.
Pat in there, but I feel
You know,
like
that's the
Matt
thing though.
Pat or
Markiplier.
Markiplier. I feel like
Markiplier
those
recently
two.
started like making his own movie off of
Yeah,
that
he's directing the
Lung
Iron
game.
Lung movie.
Yeah.
Iron
No,
Lung,
it's
yeah.
Iron Lung. But
Yeah.
yeah, so he probably won't be in there. But I don't
But
think they're gonna include Matt Pat either. I don't know.
Cause he's a
I
big
don't
guest
I
know.
deal
honestly,
too.
I
He's
honestly would
he is,
love
but he's
it.
also a busy person, so I don't know
Yeah, I
if
don't
he'll.
know.
I feel like Dawko might be in it because Dawko and a few other like also well-known FNAF YouTubers were able to like take a picture with the animatronics.
Oh
Then,
yeah,
Like
oh, they're definitely gonna
Razowski,
be there then.
Dawko, and a few other
they
ones,
could at
both
least be
Ryan.
like background characters, you know.
Yeah.
Like I
That's,
feel like they might possibly be in there, but only as cameos.
yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna play characters or not.
Yeah.
We'll see whenever
We'll
we
see
go watch.
when we go watch it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be all dressed up in a suit with a tuxedo, you know.
Yeah.
For
Well,
that
Well, I'm
movie.
wearing my Five Nights at Freddy's t-shirt.
yeah. What you
Uh,
bought?
uh,
What you bought for $25 at a GameStop?
Yeah.
you guys are lacking hard. Come on, you
Well,
gotta get the, you
I'm
gotta get,
repping the Freddy's brand, okay?
bro. You gotta go with
I said
the tuxedos.
I'm
I don't
spreading.
got a
I'm
tux. That's
spreading
the
the
thing.
Fazbear, you know.
You can buy one at Goodwill, for example.
I got a dog to take care of right
You
now. I
can
can't
thrift
afford
shop.
that.
I know
Okay,
that,
I'll
but
get
like,
the Freddy Fazbear top hat. How about I do that? I'll get his
okay,
top
sure,
hat.
yeah, you
The
can get
top
the
hat
top
is
hat.
good.
Okay,
I
I might
might get the
actually
top
grab
hat.
the
Okay,
top hat.
It should be cheap
Andrew,
enough.
get the Chica bib. That's what you can do.
The Chica bib.
Yeah, give
Mm,
me.
Nah,
you know,
I'll get the FNAF hat too, cause it'll
Okay,
go
no.
well with my
why
Okay,
not?
okay,
top.
no. This will do.
We can all wear a top hat.
Yeah, we'll all get a top hat. We can get a Chica bib, and yeah,
I'll get a bow tie.
yeah.
I'll get like the Freddy bow tie.
But yeah, that's Five Nights at Freddy's. Do you guys wanna
The movie.
the movie just Five Nights at Freddy's? You know, a series that was basically our generation, like Gen Z's favorite horror story.
We've been waiting for so long for that
We've
movie to
been
get
waiting
released.
every
8
night,
years.
honestly, to finally
2015.
Roman invite, you
The
know.
movie was announced in 20 the movie was announced in 2015.
Yeah, I
2015.
remember. Now we're
Honestly,
getting it.
I respect it much like the same way I respect the Mario movie. It's like, wow, we're actually finally getting it.
Yep.
I know.
Oh,
But
just wait until the Minecraft movie
oh
releases.
god. Do you guys want to move on to the final thing? Because we had a pretty good discussion for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay,
Yeah,
I know that. I don't know if we should go we should go into much detail about it, but what do you think about like the fan games that came from FNAF?
Oh, they're great. There's
fan
a lot
game.
of good ones.
Ooh,
Like Five Nights at the Chumbuck and Krusty Krab. That was actually the first fan game I ever found out about.
Like, what are
honestly,
your
when I
thoughts on that? Like,
There's also
oh,
There's also Five Nights at Wario's. That's a really good one too.
you just like the cartoon branded ones.
I mean, they're good, but I mean,
those
cause
are the
Yeah, they're
ones you.
good.
I mean,
Those
they
are the
make them
classics.
scary, and there's like an Adventure Time one. There's a Five Nights at EDP's one. Like
Well, that was your favorite.
oh bro.
You're playing that one. I double dog dare you to play that
Oh,
one,
I
Braylon.
will.
In the dark.
Check out
In the dark.
check out my Twitch, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's got a streaming on Twitch. Ooh.
But
One of my favorites was oh, you
no,
want to finish?
no,
Okay.
you stupid.
One of my favorites. Shut the
Whoa.
hell up. Okay, what was I?
Yeah.
James, you know about the joy of creation, right?
Oh yeah, that one's really
That
good. I
one.
know that for sure.
When
That
I
was a
saw
good
that
one.
one, oh man, my mind was blown. That was like next level FNAF right there.
Now that one can scare you big time.
Honestly, man, I kind of wish the security breach was more like that game, man.
Honestly, though, that would honestly be nice too. It would have been
That's like
cool, but
that game was like peak. I guess you can say like 3D environment for FNAF. I think.
yeah,
Like I don't
for
think
the
any
most
other
part.
fan game has done it better.
What about
I think
Pop or Five Nights at
okay,
Candy's?
those are pretty
Those ones.
good. Those are classics.
I mean, yeah, those are some of the classic fan games, if I remember.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Same thing with One Night at Flumpty's, which I actually played all three of them.
I did play one
I've
night.
actually
I
Oh
did.
played all
yeah,
three of them. Yeah, I've beaten them too. I've beaten all three of them,
I
both
played those.
those are
regular
good.
mode and hard
It's
mode.
just
So
Yeah.
those are good. It's just the shame about the creator.
yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah, we don't
Uh,
talk about the
um,
drama behind it.
do you
I
what's up?
no, I was it was nothing. Don't
All
worry.
right. Y'all want to move on to the final thing though, because we kind of talked a bit about Five Nights at, Freddy's.
Betty.
Freddy. Yeah, shout out
yep,
to my guy Freddy, yo. I love Freddy.
Man,
I
Freddy
love Freddy.
Fitzgerald Fazbear, man, he was so cool back then whenever like the Toreador March was like released. I remember I was friends with him and we loved enjoying that
Yeah, I
music
said
so much so
I want him.
he made it his own music box.
Yeah,
He made his own theme
A
off
great
of the
artiste.
Toreador March.
yeah, I want him to bite of 87 me.
What?
Whoa, what?
Next
Do I need to tell
topic.
your girlfriend
What?
about this?
Yo,
Whoa.
my girlfriend simps over an ender, man. Like, this is normal.
She's into
Look,
that
look, look,
slender
look, look.
type, you know?
Oh
Is she into Slender Man as well?
I don't know. Speaking of Slender Man, there's an EDP mod of Slender Man. Check out
I
my
really,
Bro,
screenshot.
I really do want to.
check out
There's
that.
really so much more like horror games we could talk about, but we've been going on for so
Well,
long.
like even
We've
longer
been
than
going on just
Phobia.
about Five Nights at Freddy's, so
Yeah, this is this
Yeah,
is this
so,
is how much there is about Five Nights at Freddy's.
I mean
yeah,
it's a
like I
very big
still want
series.
to talk about like the other horror games that are not like FNAF related,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
So
the
what about
other
like
horror
the
related.
we'll
Oh
move
my
on
gosh.
to the final topic then. Well, not really
yeah
topic, but we'll see you guys there. Anything else you guys want to say on Freddy or Freddy?
Five Nights at Freddy's? That's where I wanna be.
I
I
just
just
don't
don't get
I
it.
just don't
I
get
just don't get
it. Hello, Goofy.
it.
Well, guys, this has been a tradition ever since the first one when we were trapped in a void. Y'all remember that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Good times,
100%.
good times. But might as well go out. We'll do two story times. How
They
about
had
ice?
that McDonald's. Uh,
What? Yeah, that was.
yeah, that
And
McDonald's right back.
We had to eat Subway for only Subway. Great times.
sad. That's
But I'll start off the story today. All right.
it.
It all starts with a pizzeria known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. James, you'll go, and then Andrew.
Okay.
The Jolly Ranchers all applied for the same job there as security guard, and all three of them got in. And got applied, I mean.
With this
And
job, they will have to spend 5 nights every week protecting the place from potential robbers.
And each one has their own job. Andrew is the security man. Braylon is the janitor. He hates it, trust me. And James is the investigator. He just, checks out, the outside of Freddy Fazbear to
actually,
see
I'm the maintenance guy.
maintenance. Yeah, but all right, go ahead, James.
So, the first night there at the pizzeria, it went without a hitch, you know? Nothing too bad, nothing too serious. Everyone was fine for it. It wasn't until night two.
Where they all started to notice something weird. For they found this one recording made by this guy on a phone about how the animatronics get to get a bit quirky at night.
And they started to realize sometime around 3 a.m. Chica was missing. Just wasn't on the place where she would usually be.
James, being the maintenance guy / investigator, he decided to check around, but surprisingly didn't find Chica in any of the places that she would probably go to.
Andrew then looks through his cameras to try to see if they can find her, but with no luck. That is, until he starts hearing something in the kitchen.
And we don't know what it was because when Andrew tried to check the camera, it was disabled. Braylon tried to check the restrooms, nothing. Just a bunch of shit.
Why did that make me laugh? Why? I
like
hate myself
like
for
little
laughing at
shit. Like
that.
little shit. Go on, James.
So I can't stop laughing. So James decides that because the camera doesn't work, isn't the camera to the kitchen doesn't work, he decided to investigate.
Upon getting into the kitchen, he sees something scurrying by, hiding. He looks over the counter, and there he sees I Show Speed.
What the fuck?
And all of a sudden, you just hear a man going, Chica, I missed you. I'm about to. And he flashes something that is so unbearable that he eventually aligned himself with the animatronics.
Of course, James was shocked at why he was called Chica, but then what he noticed to his right, whenever that Chica was standing right there with his mouth wide open, holding the cupcake.
Suddenly, James pulls out his gun and starts shooting Chica, for he knows what cupcake lovers do.
I just came here for a cupcake.
And then all
As
of a
they say.
sudden, after he shoots Chica, you know, like how that recording talks about kids being inside the suits? You know about that, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you asking us? Or?
Yes, I'm asking you. Well, turns out in that suit with the cupcake wasn't a child. It was a child predator.
Oh no.
And it,
James.
go on.
No. What were you gonna say actually?
I was gonna say once I show Speed saw this, Chica just got more aggressive.
Oh no. James, seeing the commotion, decided to bolt straight out of the kitchen to leave Aisha Speed and Chica Predator to their own thing, you know?
EDP Chica 445 looks at I Show Speed and has a devious idea.
They decide, well, he's 18, so I can't really do much with him, but I can align myself with him. So what he did is he stuffed him in the Freddy suit.
What?
He stuffed him.
Wait, so what's happening here? So Edie Chica 445 stuffed Aisha Speed into the Freddy suit?
Yep.
Of course. The three friends hear a scream echoing from the dining hall, from the stage specifically.
They decide that we must get out of this place immediately, so they all run into the exit door.
Unfortunately, though, the exit door is blocked by a certain foxy individual.
Man, of course, this weird fox animatronic thing mystified the three friends as to why is it right there, not in behind the curtains, you know?
And then they find out, for when the fox pulls its head off, they see the head of a different fox, Megan Fox.
And they were
What
kind
is
of
it?
blasted by this. They were saying, how can such a terrible actress, perform at a place like this?
But James then sees a flyer on the floor that advertising the pizzeria, and it mentioned at the very bottom that rejects that go here.
With that, they finally understood. Foxy was an animatronic. Foxy was a suit the whole time, a suit that Megan Fox's wears to greet the children with her bad voice acting.
Yeah. So Andrew, James, and Rowan, they all try to escape from Megan Foxy something, but Megan Fox uses her secret weapon. Oh no, she's hot.
Oh!
And they can't escape it. But there's one person that is completely not affected by this.
And that person was Andrew because he was the security guy.
Is what he would say until he realized it was Braylon, or he wasn't affected by vomiting charge because he he was interested in a different kind of person.
What?
And because of that, he was able to punch Megan Fox right in the face.
What the fuck?
Breaking the spell on breaking the spell. Did they break the spell on Braylon and Andrew? I mean Andrew and me?
Unfortunately, though, that just triggered Megan Foxy even more. And for that, she runs to the security room and jump scares Andrew and grabs him hostage.
Braylon Braylon starts screaming and runs to grab a mop to use as a self-defense tool in case. And James pulls out his gun.
Suddenly, as they were about to get their best friend back from the clutches of Megan Foxy, EDP Chica 545 comes busting through out of the kitchen and starts hunting them down.
Starts screaming like a Kool-Aid
And
man, I'm
then
guessing.
what happens is you're
Yes.
wondering where Megan Fox is taking Andrew? Well, you know how we talked about I Show Freddy?
What
Yes.
about
It's feeding time for Andrew. It's feeding time for I Show Freddy.
I show Freddy?
It's feeding
Oh
time for him.
no, I
And
don't.
the
I
meal
show
and the
Freddy.
meal is Andrew.
Oh, whoa.
He's into war?
Whoa, hold
Oh,
up.
go on, James.
Course, Braylon and James were shocked at this and rushed to save Andrew. However, Bonnie shows up, blocking them from getting any further.
Bonnie then sucker punches James right in the face and then pushes Braylon right into the ground as Megan Foxy carries Andrew towards I Show Freddy.
What did
And
this evolve?
because of him, because of Bonnie, Megan Foxy is able to bring Andrew to I Show Freddy, and history repeats itself. This time it's the bite of 23.
As both friends witnessed this disaster, both of them were struck with grief, but then remembered that it was the animatronic's fault, so they decided to fight back.
They picked themselves back up, grabbed a mop, grabbed the gun, and started charging right at Freddy. Or I Show Freddy.
But the thing is, his meaty powers were too powerful. So the
No.
fight with it, Andrew, James and Braylon, they call three individuals. Three that know a little too much about the finance at Freddy's lore.
Who are they?
That's you decide. Who are those three
Oh.
individuals that know two
The
very
three
well-known
individuals.
people?
The ones being Matt Pet, Dawko, and Markiplier.
Suddenly, both three of the megastar YouTubers burst down the exit door and start charging in. But then suddenly, Bonnie pulls off his head and reveals his identity.
His identity.
Oh no.
His identity. What is this? It's Darth Dawkins.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no way. Oh, no. However, upon seeing this, James decides to pull out the cross and starts to debate Darth Dawkins while the other four deal with the other animatronics.
Matt Pat reads to I Show Freddy 12,000 Five Nights at Freddy's books, putting him to sleep. Then Markiplier shoves his fist down Edie Chica 445, putting him into the ground. And then finally, Daco, with his magic skills in beating 50-20 mode, is able to outmatch Megan Foxy and kick her to the ground as well.
However, though, Markiplier notices that even though Edie Chica 445 is at the ground, he needs a little backup, so he calls his friend Gideon to help him out. And with their two powers combined, they're able to disintegrate Edie Chica 445.
Oh,
But that only leaves one person left now.
that who?
Darth
Bonnet.
Bonif Dawkins.
Bond of during this heated debate between the two of them, and Braylon then joins in the fight, making it 2v1, which in turn makes Bonnie Dawkins more more angry because there's two people arguing against him now, but with the power of logic and the Bible, they destroy him. He just snaps out of existence. Nothing happens. He just runs off. Andrew.
With them all defeated now, the two friends mourn over the crushed skull of their best friend, as even though they won, they still lost.
And after that, the place burnt down. Freddy Fazbear's burnt down, and
Because it always.
those two individuals, they were framed and charged. Go on, Jim.
Honestly, the end, I guess.
Yeah, and they got arrested.
What a sad ending.
What did this dog evolve into?
But
First we got Ice Show Speed. Next we got EDP. Next we got Megan Fox. Then we got
Darth
then we got Bonnie Dawkins. We got a lot of people.
Gideon Markiplier.
Oh my god. What is all
We got I Show Freddy, Edie Chica 445, Megan Foxy, and Dark Bonson.
No, it's Edie Chica P. You know? Because if you're to spell it out properly, if you're to read the full name.
I see.
So,
EDCP. Oh no!
You guys want to move on to the second and final story?
Perhaps.
Alright.
Can we not make it as goofy as this?
No, let's be more serious.
We'll try to be scary for this next one. Okay.
Because we made that one too goofy.
Alright, still recording. Um, this time we're gonna go James, Andrew, and then me. Go ahead, James.
It was on a cold, chilly night, October 3rd, and three friends were just hanging out like they normally do in a Discord call.
But as they were chilling, something they hear something through Braylon's voice, through Braylon's mic.
It sounds a little ghastly, a little spooky.
Of course, Raylan's friends, James and Andrew, they ask him about what his mic is doing and how his voice is, but Braylon gives them a half vague answer, a very vague answer.
Braylon and James, not Braylon, James and Andrew start getting a little suspicious, and they start and they started to start talking to each other in DMs about how sus Braylon is acting.
Yeah, I know. He kind of seems like he's being taken over maybe by some sort of like spooky ghost or something.
And of course, Braylon and Andrew, James and Andrew, they both didn't know the true reason why the voice sounded ghastly and all that. However, and upon Andrew mentioning spooky, they do hear one thing.
They hear the sound of a suspicious individual, an individual who they've heard before but wish they would never see again. The sound of their most annoying friend. The sound of Spooky Ghost!
Wait, Spooky Ghost, are you actually there?
I heard you guys were talking.
Fuck
It's been a
off.
while.
Bro, we're in the studio right now. Get the
Bro, we're in the
fuck outta here.
studio. Fuck
I
off.
heard you mention my
Talking.
name.
Yeah,
We weren't talking about you
yeah, get the
specifically.
fuck out of here.
Get out
What
of
do you
here.
mean?
Get out of here, loser.
Yo,
Get
Cracked
out of
you
here.
this is my story now. I will be telling it.
You wanna fight? You wanna fight?
you white ass bitch. Get out of here.
You're
What?
so mu-
This is racism. I
you're
will
more
report you
white
to
than
Obama.
Braylon. You're more white than Braylon and Andrew combined.
Bro, oh my gosh, you guys are racist. I'm canceling you. I'm posting this on Twitter.com. You guys, it's over for you.
Spooky
Okay,
Ghost,
Vanilla Gorilla.
actually, Spooky Ghost, where is Andrew? Just can you bring him back?
Oh, he went to pee. And I decided to take over for him.
Oh,
No.
James,
You have
let's keep continuing this story with Spooky Ghost.
let's just give
Yeah,
his turn.
good.
Let's just give his turn, Braylon.
No,
Yo, you're doing my turn now.
we'll wait until he can stay here, and we'll wait until Andrew gets out of the bathroom. But I'll continue the story. So about a spooky ghost. So this
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Get out of here.
This certain spooky ghost. It seems like he's been around for a long time, but we didn't really know much about him. Go on, James.
So James decides to be the first one to ask the question of what happened.
Spooky.
Braylon, or as they realize now to be Spooky Ghost, tells them the story of how Spooky Ghost, growing bored and missing his best buds, who never visit him even on Halloween, who never visit him even on Halloween, how he missed
I
them
wonder
and he
who they
wanted to give
are.
a visit.
I
And so
wonder who
because
they
of
are,
this, he
Braylon.
goes to Braylon's house and takes over his body.
I wonder who it is, Braylon. I wonder who these quote unquote friends are.
And takes over Braylon's whole body so much that he starts just building up all this rage within Braylon's body that he's kind of planning something we don't know about.
However, Braylon's zesty, fruity mindset finds a way to basically start fighting with Spooky, giving Braylon a dual personality.
Because of how super gay Raymond was, that it became hard for the Mega Straight Giga Chad that was Spooky Ghost to be able to properly control him. And because of
Okay,
that, they were fighting over power.
okay, Spooky, I will admit, I do agree with you on the super gay, but the super straight Chad Spooky is not.
Yeah,
If anything, it's more
It's
like
true.
beta. It's
It's
more
really
like
true.
it's more like skinny
You take
beta
those
male.
online tests? I took those online tests. It proved it.
yeah, no
What was
offense.
your IQ?
Yeah,
Nine,
no,
nine,
Spooky, no,
nine is the highest IQ you could get, even.
Spooky,
So,
Spooky, no offense, but you're kind of a queer. I'm not gonna lie.
oh no,
Yeah,
If this
oh no.
wasn't being, is this being uploaded on YouTube?
dang right. Yeah.
You're
Oh
so lucky. I
dear.
was gonna call you a faggot. Whatever. Anyways,
Oh yeah, I do see you as a beta
Okay,
male, to be
okay.
honest.
Is okay? Is Andrew back? Is he back yet? Spooky.
um, no, I think he's taking a number two. So you gotta stick with me just
Okay.
a
Nah,
bit longer.
Okay.
nah, nah,
We'll
nah,
keep
nah.
sticking around. Okay. But
Okay, fine, whatever.
but
We can humor him.
here's
Let's
the
just humor
here's
him.
the thing though with Braylon's split personality. It would only trigger when something specific would happen.
And that trigger being whenever someone mentions the word spooky, it becomes the beta male spooky ghost that haunted Braylon. Whereas on the other side, if you say something simple like the Q word, then that activates Braylon's personality side.
Having known this, both Andrew and James decided to say "queef" right into their ear, bringing Braylon back into control.
And now Braylon's back to normal, but now he's wondering, what is wrong with me? Who's taken over me? What is going on? So they go to the library to get more information.
Of course, they are unsuccessful at first looking through newspapers and articles, like from way back then. However, Andrew stumbles upon one thing that mentions spooky.
In this, they find the secret weakness to spooky ghosts and how they control people.
And you want to know what that is?
What?
Joe. Isolation. See, the thing is about Spooky Ghost is he just wants friends. He's jealous of the outworld, of people with friends. That's why he took over Waylon's body so he could have his own friends.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. I'm actually getting a special call by a certain personality, to be honest,
Wait, who's
actually.
calling you?
Oh, you don't worry about it. You'll.
Here, James. If you need to walk outside the studio real quick and talk to this guy, go ahead. And if you
Oh
need
yeah,
if you need
I'll have someone. Let me have someone help out
yeah,
here.
walk
Let
out
me have someone step in place for
yeah,
me.
yeah, just walk out the studio real quick. We'll wait here. I'm all here with
Yeah,
Spooky
we'll,
Ghost.
we'll wait here.
I hate you, Spooky Ghost.
Hmm. Yeah,
Shut the hell up.
I heard I heard that James needed to do something. He got a call, so I'm here now.
Oh,
Oh my god, is that Donnie?
Donnie
I
Bruschi?
haven't seen you in ages.
Really?
Hey, Donnie.
Oh yeah, that
It's
is
been
true. I haven't
forever.
seen you. Honestly, how have you been, Spooky?
It's been good, man. You know, unlike you, unlike these other guys, you actually treat me with respect. How are you doing, my guy?
Everything's fine. Everything's going good so far.
This is gonna be a long one with
But anyways,
James.
How's he doing,
let's
my
So,
continue
Luca?
the
yeah,
story.
Donnie. James, I think he left because I think he went to go check up on Andrew. I think Andrew fell in. So
No,
I think,
yeah,
yeah,
I think, yeah. He said he was checking up on someone, but also that he did get a call
yeah.
from someone. So
So, Donnie, do you want to take over a little bit?
Andrew is perfectly
Sure.
fine. I don't know what you guys are on about. He's just in the bathroom right now.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take over for you. I'll take over.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
take over. Take
We were
over.
just talking about like, I think you might have heard it, but go ahead, Donnie.
Oh no. Oh, what was it again?
It's about so basically they find out the
No,
weak.
what's the latest? Oh yeah, it
Yeah, they
was
find out
about
the
the
weakness of
isolation.
Spooky Ghost. Basically, his weakness is isolation. He took over Braylon's body. It's because he wants friends, but he doesn't have friends.
So,
'Cause he's a fucking bitch. Anyway, go on.
Considering that Spooky and Braylon are basically separate personalities, like that means that they don't know what the other is dealing with or what the other is happening. So the three friends combine a plan.
In this plan, they will lock Braylon in his regular form inside a room with nothing in it.
A rubber
But
room,
when
full of
he's locked in completely, they will say the spook word and bring back Spooky Ghost into control, locking him in that room alone.
And with that, Spooky Ghost, he launches out of Braylon's body, running around the entire isolation room in complete fear. He's like, what do I do? What do I do? But he finds a vent in the isolation room. He goes through it to see if he can find a new host to take over.
So he soon found quite a peculiar individual that was basically walking nearby where the friends had trapped Braylon. And so Spooky decided to take over that person instead.
That person just so happened to be. Wait, who? Wait, James, you're here. What are you doing? James, don't do it! Don't!
Oh,
Oh, guys,
Yeah,
what happened? Why,
what's up?
why did James just. He just left the room. What happened?
James. Well, you see, James.
What? Oh, my head hurts. What? Weren't we doing a story?
Yeah, we were.
Yes,
Yeah,
What?
Spooky Ghost.
James went.
You were like using the bathroom or something. You good, man?
I I wasn't using the bathroom. I was just telling the story, and then I felt something weird happen. And
Really?
oh, what was that? What happened?
I don't know.
Basically, basically, James. He he basically found where you were and kind of hit you on the back of the head to get rid of Spooky because
Spooky,
he showed up.
spooky ghost? Was he here?
He was,
Yes,
yeah.
we had to deal with his Well, more like James had to deal with
But
his
do you guys
shenanigans.
see him in the studio? I don't see him. I think he's gone.
Uh, I guess
Okay.
I
Okay.
haven't seen him in a while. I don't.
Yeah,
What?
we haven't seen him in 2 years until now. You said he had he showed up out of nowhere and he said, "Oh yeah, Andrew's in the bathroom." I'm like, what?
Okay, that's
Do you want to continue the story? I guess we were talking about how
yeah. Where were we?
we were
What
actually
were we at?
we were talking about
So
Spooky Ghost. He
Okay,
was trying to find a new host, which this new
he
host is
found a new
Braylon.
host in a person. Yeah, I said that
okay,
he found a host.
Yeah. So yeah.
okay, and he found a new host, and um, it's my turn.
Uh, it's James's turn. Yeah. For this
Okay,
one.
No, it wasn't my turn. It was Andrew's
Oh,
turn.
Andrew. Alright, go
I
ahead,
mean,
Andrew.
Spooky Ghost.
okay. What? Hmm. Before he took over the body of. Hmm. he took over the body of Joe Biden.
No. No. There's no way this is possible. Oh no.
It's your turn, right, Bray?
Go, Braylon.
But this is an even bigger problem now, because Joe Biden is the president of the United States, so he has everyone on Earth. But the thing is, Spooky Ghost, let's just say his intentions, he doesn't have the best intentions.
First, you can see Spooky Ghost and Joe Biden kind of share the same personalities, so they basically combined into one being.
They combine together to form Super Spook Biden Supreme. And with that, Joe Biden becomes ultra powerful and takes over the whole world.
And
Now the world can be his best friend.
with this power, Spooky Ghost and Joe Biden, they kind of have a little Venom slash Eddie relationship. They talk to one another, but because they're so powerful, they want to work with each other. So Joe Biden doesn't only become president of the United States, he's now becoming an entire empire. He even kills his vice president because he says, I don't need him no more. I don't need her
Whoa.
no more.
Her.
I don't need her. I can sniff all the people I want. And that's what he did.
Of course, Spooky Biden Supreme. His first goal was, of course, to label the three friends as traitors, so as to have them hunted down for basically not visiting him and being his friend.
Three friends knew that in order to save the world, they'll need to defeat Spooky Biden Supreme. And to do that, they'll need to find a way to separate them permanently.
Which there was only one weakness. Something that looked a little citrusy. Something a little too orange, I guess you could say.
Of course, they found out that the oranges were the perfect way. So they devised a plan of somehow grabbing Joe Spooky Biden Supreme, or SBS for short, to a separate room that's full of oranges. Everything is oranges. Furniture, smells, everything.
And in this room will come in to their greatest enemy, Donald Trump. And because of this, the two started to fight each other. For while Biden may hate Trump, Spooky Ghost is his biggest fan.
So, because of that, Spooky Ghost, he says, you know what, Joe? I don't need you no more. I don't want you anymore. So Spooky Ghost leaves Joe's body and joins forces with the Donald.
Now that both have been combined as one, they don't set out to necessarily go and set out to be president right now, because however, they do decide to just chill out until election day comes.
That is, for until election day, they find Spooky Ghost finds out that that was not the real Donald Trump. That was a robot that was set to explode the day of the election. And for when that happened, the robot Donald blew up, destroying Spooky Ghost with him.
And because of that, Spooky Ghost evaporated. He no longer exists in this universe. People like to say the
For Spooky
saying,
Ghost.
people like to say, ghosts don't die. But
I've
this
heard
time,
no ghosts.
evaporated. Joe went on to win it because there was no competition. And he still questions, I wonder how it would have been with or without spooky ghost. The end.
All right.
But
Well, that's it.
Andrew, what
I can't
happened?
believe Spooky Ghost.
Yeah, no, what
I
happened?
don't know, man. I was telling the story, and then suddenly I blanked out, and then I got hit in the head. I saw James leave my room, and now I don't know, man.
Hey,
I don't
actually,
get what happened.
hey
Oh,
Donnie,
oh, oh.
um,
Braylon, what is it?
oh, I was just gonna say something else. What do you want to say to me, Donnie?
No, what were you gonna say
I
first?
was gonna say, once you finish saying what you want to say, do you think you could bring James back in the room and we could talk to him?
Oh. James is actually in the room right now. He's telling. Huh? Oh, he says I could talk for a little longer.
Yeah, hey Donnie, you could just sit over there in a like a little like waiting session over there, just hang out. We got some popcorn over there. You could chill.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
just chill.
Hey
uh,
James, can you come over here?
yeah. What is it?
Yeah, Andrew was talking about James, did we see or not Spooky Ghost? Did we see
Oh,
him?
we saw Spooky Ghost.
Yeah. What is it?
That's why I hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Cause I remember
Did
we're
he
in the
possess me?
studio. Did he what?
Did he possess me or something? Or-
I
Yeah, I guess you could say he possessed
we
you
kind of
in a
just
sense.
well, cause me and James, we kind of just looked away for a second because while we were talking about our stories, we kind of just went to go grab some snacks from the fridge while we were saying it. When we came back, it was just Spooky Ghost when we were mentioning him. And then we said, "Where's Andrew?" He's like, "Oh, he went to the bathroom."
Huh, I guess he really did do that. I thought he was a friend.
Yeah, we kept on calling him out for it too. We kept
Yeah.
on telling him to leave because like we didn't want you here, you know.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I don't know like what's been going on with Spooky Ghost, but I wonder where he is now. Yeah.
Although I do wonder what those friends he mentioned were that don't visit him every Halloween. I do wonder who they are. Cause I don't ever remember him having friends, right?
Yeah, I don't either. But
I
Mm.
thought he was my friend.
I wanna
Well, Donnie was friends with him.
yeah, I wanna
Well, I guess friends. They're not good friends, but they're just like casual,
They're
you
like
know. Like
they're like casual
yeah,
friends.
they're just like
They're
talking.
I'm just hoping
they're
he
like lunch buddies.
I'm just hoping he hasn't left the studio and started like, messing with other people. I hope not, but I don't think we'll worry about
No,
that.
I don't think so. When
Yeah,
I remember I hit Andrew in the head with a metal pipe.
yeah.
So
It's still
like,
Halloween. I figure we can worry about this later. Do you guys want to move on to the outro?
Yeah,
sure,
All right.
yeah.
let's do it.
Did you?
All right, guys. Well, I think this was kind of interesting. A lot of questionable stuff happened, but I think this was a pretty good Halloween finale for our podcast. So, did you guys like it?
Yeah, I think it's a good farewell
It
to
was
be done.
good.
Yeah.
It did get a little like strange.
A
It did
little
get a little
weird.
strange on some
Yeah.
parts. Yeah.
But we won't worry about that. It's still Halloween. We should
We had some.
we should watch some movies and eat some candy here in the studio. But
Yeah, we had a fun night just discussing about
yeah,
Yeah, it was
phobias and
fun.
Final Cut Freddy.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
But
fun.
if this is or not yet, but once again, I'm Braymore,
I'm Arm Wolf Ninja.
I'm Johnny Guitar.
and this has been the third and final of the Halloween Jolly Adventures trilogy.
All right. Oh my, that's
And
never gonna get old.
yeah, and that's a wrap. All right, guys. Pretty good episode, I think. I think we did that pretty good.
I
Yeah.
think we did pretty good. It was definitely. It was also our longest episode too.
Yeah.
So
Well, hold on, guys. You guys can sit here in the studio real quick. I'm gonna go get a Sprite from the little fridge over there, all right?
all
All
right.
right.
You guys stay right
You
there.
got a mini fridge?
Well,
Wow.
no, we have one
But
in the
I want a
we
mini
have one in
fridge.
the studio. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah. I'll be right back.
all right. But
Oh,
honestly, Andrew, I was thinking
huh?
about it. But, huh? Did Braylon say something?
uh, guys, guys.
What? Hello?
Guys, help,
What?
help,
Is he? What's that? Is that a joke?
I don't know.
Hello? Raylan?
Yeah, was that a joke?
Raylan?
You there?
Raylan?
Hold on, let me ping him. See if he'll respond.
Raylan?